Greetings, citizens of Chima. This is the ETERNIAN JEDI or PANDOR with a new Chima video. So today I have something a bit different for you guys. I'm very excited to share with you a map of Chima that I've designed. So I've been working on this map for a few weeks now, and I figured it's about time I share it with you guys. So I've never really been satisfied with the official Chima maps we've gotten. I just felt they were really simple, quite lackluster, which is why I went out and designed my own. So in total we got 3 official Chima maps, although technically only 2 of them are really maps, if at all. I mean, I'd say the best out of the official maps would be the one from the Chima Online video game, which does highlight the key locations, but it's just on a plain scroll, so it's quite simple. The other one is the one from the map room in the Lion Chi Temple, although it's more of a fresque. And then the last one, which I wouldn't really count as a map, is the artifact from Season 3. It's just mainly just grasslands with Mount Cavora in the middle. So yeah, that's why it was important for me to design a map of Chima. I had a lot of fun with this, and I tried to be as accurate as possible when it comes to the geography of all the main locations. So yeah, hope you guys will enjoy. Right guys, so here is my map of Chima. So I'll let you guys just look at it, appreciate how it looks, and I'll just explain to you guys my thought process behind this map. So again, I tried to remain as faithful to the show as possible, although I did kind of have to use my imagination when it comes to where these locations really are on a map. So basically what I did is I tried to keep in mind that Mount Cavora and the Lion Chi Temple, you know, those 2 locations are really what make up the heart of Chima. So, you know, I'm trying to think from that location, where would everything be? So, for example, when Legravis roars from atop the Lion Chi Temple to call for his allies, so the eagles, for example, we can see that the eagles come from the northeast. Or when Krager is on his speedor and he shoots out the Croc Flare, you know, he's going east to the Crocodile Swamp and then southeast down to the Fangs. So that's kind of, you know, what I tried to keep in mind. I also rewatched some of the important episodes just to see like the landscapes and kind of get a better idea where everything would be. Of course, it's never going to be 100% accurate, but I think I got as close as possible. So I have all of the key locations here. I used stamps and pictures from the Chima video games. It's mostly canon. There are only 2 things that are non-canon. So the first thing would be the southern and northern outlands that I came up with, although this is kind of implied. So in my headcanon, I like to imagine that the outlands are basically a natural border that surrounds all of Chima. So the entire floating island of Chima is surrounded by the outlands, and the only outlands we've ever seen are the southern outlands. And then the other thing that would be non-canon is Pandor's hut. Pandor is, of course, my OC, so I still wanted to include this because, you know, I'm the one who designed this map. And yeah, Pandor's hut is just in a northern forest close to the northern outlands. But yeah, that's my quick rundown of the map. Now I'm going to zoom in and show you guys things a little closer. Right, so now to take a closer look at my map of Chima. So this is my other version of the map where I have the names of all the locations filled in. So yeah, let's start in the middle. So we have, of course, Mount Cavora with the Lion Chi Temple. And as you can tell, I've added emblems for all the 8 main tribes in Chima. So we have the massive plain where Mount Cavora and the Lion Chi Temple are situated. This is the plain where most of the battles in Chima take place. And as you can tell, I've added some woodlands all around it. We've got a few watchtowers on the side. Just wanted to add a, you know, bit of detailing there. Down here we have the Forever Rock. This is kind of where I imagine the Forever Rock to be, although again it's kind of hard to really get a good idea. Like I said before, I had to use my imagination for quite a few of these locations. Then we have the Bear Enclave. That's what I'm calling it. This one was kind of hard to design because, I mean, there's really not much to it. I just added a few windmills and a little pond. And then over here we have a larger forest with the gorilla treetops. So yeah, I used quite a few stamps from the Chima video games, as I mentioned. And then you guys are probably going to see these blue mines scattered throughout the whole map. So those are supposed to be entrances to the tunnels of the tunnel cats. I kind of wanted to show that, ancient Chima has its remnants throughout Chima. There are also a few ruins here and there. We have Spiral Mountain over here, a very iconic location. Then we have the Wolf Camp. Wasn't too sure where to put this one. The thing with the Wolf Camp is that in the lore, it is mentioned that the Wolf Camp doesn't stay in one place for very long. So yeah, didn't really matter where this one, is on the map. And then moving up here, just, a bit of some mountains, some hills on the grasslands. And then we have the Rhino Quarry over here, which I had a lot of fun designing. And then up here we have the Falling Forest of Chima with Pandor's Hut. So as I previously mentioned, that's like the only non-canon thing in this map, but I still wanted to add that in there. A bunch of rivers, going across all of Chima. And these rivers are powered by chi because they reach the outlands, and that's how the predator plants, became dangerous, basically. Because of the chi. Then we have the Raven Camp with, I guess you could also call that one of the Raven Spires, which you briefly see in the show in a few shots. So that's the Raven Camp up here, which isn't too far from the Eagle Spires. A lot of mountains over here. So as I mentioned in the show, it always looks like the Eagle Spires are east of the Lion Chi Temple. That's why I put them all the way up here. So yeah, same thing with the plain where Mount Cavora is. It's kind of the same thing. I've got, woodlands surrounding it with some mountains on the outside. And then down here we have the Crocodile Swamp, which was a lot of fun to design. And of course, all around this, we have the Outlands. There's nothing to see in the Northern Outlands, no locations, just a bunch of dangerous plants and, all sorts of dangerous things. Obviously, Crocodile Swamp, as I mentioned, and then the Beaver Dam. I could not omit the Beaver Dam. The beavers are very important because, well, they fix a lot of things, as you guys know. And then probably my favorite location, just based off how well it turned out, we have the Fangs and, of course, the Gorge of Eternal Depth. So I added a bit of ice coming out of it and a blue hue there just to give you guys the impression that the hunters are coming out. So yeah, the Fangs came out looking really awesome. So then in the Southern Outlands, which are the really well-known Outlands, we have Lavertus's Outland Base, we have Spinland's Cavern, and then going over here, we have the Scorpion Caves. So yeah, I think I covered all the locations. If there's anything I missed, there are some locations mentioned in the Book of Chi, which I also did a video on. But it was kind of hard for me to represent those on this map, so I'm happy with what I was able to do. Right, guys, so that's going to cover it for this video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. For me, it was a lot of fun putting this map together. I did have to go through a few different versions just to see which one was best in the end. I was looking at it one last time before I saved it and got ready, to do this video, and I thought, I could have changed a few things, but, it would have kind of been pointless because, well, I'm sure I would always find some new way of doing it, but at one point in time, you just have to say, all right, I'm going to stick to this, even if there are a few inconsistencies. I'm mostly pleased with how it came out. I think I did a decent job of figuring out where the locations are on the map. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, or if you want to share if there's anything you would have done differently with this map, please do let me know down in the comments below. I'm always open to constructive criticism, but please let me know as well what you liked most about this map. Do you feel like it's canon enough, aside from Pandor's Hut being there and the whole thing with the Outlands? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. But aside from that, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon. Stay legendary, Chima fans.